Did you know that bird flu can be deadly to cats? Yep, it's true. So today we're covering the basics of bird flu and other transmittable diseases, and how to keep yourself and your cat safe. Hey, welcome back. So in my last video, I promised an update on Loki's litter box journey, and I am happy to say that Loki has been adjusting to his new litter box really well. He's only had one accident where he went poop outside of the box on the floor, so we are breaking that habit, and other than that one time, he's been really good about using it. He's been both peeing and pooing in the box, and I really do think that the problem was that he prefers a litter box that is not enclosed and that is not covered, a litter box where he can see his surroundings more. So if you haven't watched that video yet and you're curious to learn more about litter boxes, I will go ahead and link that video right up here, and it will also be down in the description. If you're new here, my name is Elena, and this is my kitten Loki. I create content for cat lovers and cat ladies. I'm going to start off this video by clarifying that I am not licensed, I am not a veterinarian, I'm not a scientist of any sort, so all of this information I am relaying and delivering to you all is based off of research I've done online. First, let's cover what is bird flu and what are some basic stats that we need to know. And I will be looking down at my computer because I have a lot of notes. Okay, so bird flu, or avian influenza, is an infectious disease primarily affecting birds, especially wild waterfowl. However, it's not just birds who are at risk. The illness can be transmitted to domestic cats, and in severe cases, it can be fatal. The highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI, which is the H5N1 strain, poses the greatest concern as it can lead to illness and death in cats. Cats may contract the disease from consuming infected birds, coming into contact with infected birds' droppings, from eating raw or undercooked meat, including pet food, or from drinking unpasteurized milk. The mortality rate for bird flu, HPAI, in cats is as high as 67% and can cause up to 100% mortality in chickens. The mortality rate for bird flu in humans varies depending on the strain of the virus and the severity of the infection. The case fatality rate for H5N1 bird flu is around 50 to 60%, while the case fatality rate for H7N9 bird flu is around 40%. This may also be an overestimate because mild cases may go unreported. As of today's date, which is January 15th, in the United States, one person has passed as a result of an H5N1 infection. That was on January 6th, 2025. If you want to read more about these statistics that I've been reading through, I will include links to articles down in the video description. Second, we're going to cover other animals who can get bird flu and what are the symptoms to look out for. So yes, birds are the main hosts of bird flu, obviously, hence the name. But bird flu can also infect other species, which I'm sure is why you're here watching this video. Other animals that can get bird flu are pigs, dogs, dairy cows, and humans. This is not a complete list, but these are just some of the more common ones. Bird flu in dairy cows was first reported on March 25th, 2024. So that's within the last year. For humans, coming into contact with infected birds can lead to transmission. And although the risk is very low, humans can also get bird flu from an infected cat. So this isn't the best news, right? This is a little concerning. So what we can do as cat parents is to educate ourselves about what to look out for. What are the symptoms? So I'm going to go over a complete list of all the symptoms to look for. And then a little later, we're also going to go over different prevention and safety measures you can take to ensure that your cat stays safe from this disease. Symptoms may include fever, a temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37.8 degrees Celsius or higher, lethargy, or is it lethargy? Lethargy. You know what I'm saying? The cat is weak or has decreased energy. Loss of appetite. The cat is not eating as much as usual. Respiratory distress. The cat has difficulty breathing, coughing, or sneezing. Eye discharge. The cat has red, inflamed, or watery eyes. Nasal discharge. The cat has a runny or stuffy nose. Neurological signs. The cat has tremors, seizures, discoordination, or blindness. And other symptoms may include muscle aches, diarrhea, and drooling. Bird flu in cats can be difficult to diagnose. Sometimes cats will pass away without showing any signs of illness. Here are the top 6 safety measures you can take to ensure that yourself and your cat stay safe from bird flu. Number 1 is to keep your cat indoors. I've talked before about the importance of keeping your cat inside for their safety, but here's another reason to keep your cat inside for their safety, because bird flu. But seriously, please prevent your cats from just roaming freely outside where they might encounter infected birds or infected bird droppings or anything like that. Keeping your cat inside is safer for them in general. They aren't exposed to other diseases or poison or mean people or other cats. Cats get in fights all the time, right? Dogs. So really keeping your cat indoors is just an obvious way to keep them safe. And there are a few number of other diseases that cats can get that are also transmittable to people. So in the next section, we're going to go over some of those other diseases that you might catch from your cat. If you do take your cat outside, please use a leash and harness and keep your eye on them. Really supervise what they're doing so that they do not end up eating anything weird. I know there are a lot of different reasons why people might feel like they want to continue to allow their cats outside, but please know you can create a really amazing, happy, stimulating environment for your cats indoors as indoor-only cats. You can still take your cats out on a leash and harness, which is what I do with Loki. There's so many amazing cat toys and climbing structures now that you can install for your cats. So if that's your concern, is that maybe the indoor environment isn't as fun, there are things you can do about that. If your concern is more along the lines of litter box usage, because I know that that is a big problem for a lot of people, right? Their cat just cannot figure out the litter box, or your cat developed some sort of stressor regarding their litter box and started a bad habit, a bad behavior at some point, and now they're outdoor, or they're only outdoor or whatever. So if the problem is litter boxes, then please check out this video that I just recently made about litter boxes. It goes over a lot of things and my own issues that I've had with my cat using litter box. So if the issue is litter boxes, that is also something that can be addressed. Safety measure number 2 is to control wildlife interactions. Make sure to manage your cat food and waste properly to avoid attracting wild birds. Keep your cat's food and water bowls or extra bags of food or cans of food. Keep all of those things inside your home. Storing these food items outside or in your garage poses a risk of infection. Birds are often found in garages stealing cat food or dog food. When I was a kid, I distinctly remember a pair of scrub jays that were very intelligent, and they would always come into our garage whenever the garage door was open, and they would steal our cat's hard food. I've also seen raccoons come in and steal hard food. If you have bird feeders or bird baths in your yard, that is attracting more birds onto your property and into your yard. And this definitely poses more of a threat now to your cat or to any other neighborhood cats who may be roaming around outside. If an infected bird poops into a water fountain and then cats or other animals may drink that water, infection infection can spread in that way. So again, keep your cat inside. That's the best solution, because then you don't have to get rid of the bird feeders necessarily if you can keep your cat indoors, or consider letting the bird feeders run dry for a little while until the risk has really declined. Number 3, avoid raw meat and raw milk. Do not feed your cat raw meat, undercooked meat, or uncooked freeze-dried meat. Also, do not feed your cat unpasteurized dairy products. Make sure meat is fully cooked and human grade before feeding it to your cat. Number 4, avoid contact with sick or dead animals. Do not touch sick or dead birds or any other animals for that matter. If for some reason you have to clean up something, avoid contact. You can wear gloves and then throw the gloves away. You can take a shower, wash the clothes you were wearing. You want to fully avoid contact. Number 5, regular visits to the vet. Regular checkups ensure that your cat is healthy and up to date on all vaccinations. If it's been a while since your cat was at the vet, maybe schedule a checkup. If you don't have a vet yet for your cat, this is a great time to get that process started. And number 6 is good hygiene. Always wash your hands thoroughly after handling poultry. If your cat does go outside, it's a good idea to wash your hands after handling your cat, especially before eating. And this might sound obvious, but it's also really important to wash your hands after cleaning the litter box. As I mentioned earlier, bird flu is not the only disease that you can get from your cat. There are a few other diseases that can be transferred from cats to humans, so let's go over them. One is toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis is a parasite often found in cat feces, and it can cause flu-like symptoms and is especially dangerous for pregnant women. So you may have heard people say before that if you're pregnant, you shouldn't clean your cat's litter box. So this is what they were talking about. It's called toxoplasmosis. Number 2 is cat scratch fever. Cat scratch fever is a bacterial infection from cat bites or scratches. It can lead to fevers and swollen lymph nodes. Number 3 is ringworm. Ringworm is a fungal infection that can be very easily spread. Ringworm causes itchy skin rashes in the shape of a ring. It can also cause hair loss and discolored nails. For all 3 of these infections, protecting yourself really comes down to just basic good hygiene. Specifically, this means washing your hands after handling your cat, and especially before eating, and also washing your hands after cleaning their litter box. If you'd like more detailed information about bird flu from the perspective of a licensed veterinarian, this was a video I watched that I thought was really interesting, so I'll include a link to this down below in my video description. Boop the like button to support this channel, subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll chat with you in the comments below.